amazing. But ladies and gentlemen, you already know my focus was on the draft. And I made a little move out there. I made some calls to some people in Louisiana. I said, I'm down here as a representative of Washington. We might need to make a trade in the first round. And that came to fruition. When I found out that New Orleans and Washington traded, I was like, yep, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I said, we got to do it. So, yeah, we are definitely going to dive into that, ladies and gentlemen, because this draft was, from whatever position you think, either it was really good, maybe you liked it, or some people didn't like it. I know I saw some people that really were like, what are we doing? Yeah. But for the most of us, I think it was kind of like, a couple picks, maybe one or two picks here. I like this and that. The trade back, we described that. I mean, Did anything? I mean, let me go. Did anything surprise you?
The Brian Robinson pick kind of did.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, here's the surprise: we didn't draft a guard until late. We didn't get a linebacker at all. Those were the two. It was more about what we didn't get.
Yes.
That's what was surprising. And I kept thinking we were going to go safety earlier, and I thought we were going to go lineman earlier.
Yeah.
And we didn't. We waited later. So that was definitely the surprise for me. I was surprised that we picked Brian Robinson in the third round, but then I also wasn't, because we hosted him.
Yep.
And we talked about, when we did our mock, we're like, we are the ones that are not putting, like, this team's going to emphasize running back more than you and I do. So then when it happened, I was like, okay, yeah. What about you? What surprised you?
Oh, excuse me. Number one person we had talked about that if he had fallen to 11, Kyle Hamilton. Pick.
Yep. Okay.
That is, when I saw that he was there, every thought that I'd had about trade, move back, get extra picks was out the window. I said, the guy that we want is there. It's going to fill an immediate need, day one starter. I was listening to the coach. Yeah, I got that. I was listening to the coach about all, his coach about, this guy's a Swiss Army knife, and, he's really, a good part of the team. He will definitely be an asset to anybody he comes to. And I just thought, this is it. I mean, it's a home run. It's a home run, but I don't know. Maybe they thought it was a home run a year ago when they got Jamin Davis. So I don't know what they were thinking. I do like that they did get extra picks from that.
Yes.
But it definitely surprised me, because in my opinion, I was like, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But maybe we overthought it,
I did not think that there was going to be a trade at 11. Mm-hmm. I really with no quarterbacks taken.
Yeah.
I really was just like, well, I guess there's no one out there that people really want, And then when New Orleans came up and traded, I did not think that they were going to be trading up for Chris Olave.
Nah,
no. I was sitting there going, man, we gave up the chance to draft Jameson. Man, I don't know how I feel about this. And then they skipped him, and then I started going, well, maybe he's going to drop.
Right.
He didn't.
Detroit Lions.
Yeah, very next pick. He didn't. So I was a little bit surprised there. But then also, even, when they got to 14 and we're at 16, I'm like, we might get Kyle Hamilton.
Yes.
With 5 picks later and 2 additional picks. Like, what a steal that could be. So that was it was kind of, that was some fun times. And there was that run on wide receivers that I don't know if they were anticipating either.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We had talked about it coming up to the draft, like, there's a deep wide receiver draft, and we think they'll get picked X, Y, and Z. But I kind of feel like the consensus was maybe in the teens, maybe 10, us with 11, 12, 13, down the line, as opposed to, you got Drake London to the New York Atlanta at 8, you know what I mean? You're getting, Garrett Wilson going early. You're getting these guys coming off the board early, and you're like, And I wonder how much that changed up the kind of whole flow of the draft for us and for other people, because the fact that you're right, that really surprised me that not only they moved up, but that they moved up for Olave,
Right. Because from everything I had heard, Olave was one of Ron's guys. Like, the thought was they traded back to get Chris Olave at 16.
Yeah.
And then he got picked at 11. It's like, did they know this? Like, did they all of a sudden scramble and go, oh, shoot, Our guy just went.
Watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.